Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy holidays. Welcome to your December 2024 astrological forecast. So you know what? There are two new moons this month. Okay, the first one is on the 1st in Sagittarius, and the second one is on the 30th in Capricorn. So new beginnings at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, and so whatever happens in between, whatever. Okay, Mercury is still in Sagittarius the whole month, and it's retrograde up until the 15th when it finally turns direct. And you know what? I am a Sagittarian. I have Sagittarius rising. So, also, okay, along with the sun in Sagittarius. So if I forget something, whatever I'm saying here now or whatever, I repeat myself, please just ignore me, okay? So anyway, on the 6th, Mars, still in Leo, turns retrograde. On the 7th, Venus moves into Aquarius. Also on the 7th, Neptune turns direct. On the 15th, there's a full moon in Gemini. And again, also on the 15th, Mercury turns direct in Sagittarius. And then on the 21st, the sun moves into Capricorn. Up until that point, the sun is still in Sagittarius. Okay, and then again, that new moon on the 30th. So, a special shout out to my subscribers for supporting me, your continued support, liking and sharing, and commenting on my videos. I thank you for all your donations and any way that you help to support my channel. I really, really appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel and you like this video, be sure to subscribe, okay? And anything you may need to know is down in the description box below. But there's a link to my website, but there's also my email address. It's just easier to email me and ask me whatever it is you would like to know regarding like chart services, okay? So, and don't forget to check out my weekly forecasts, which are now daily shorts, okay? And for all of you, when I post these monthly videos, if I have a short that is attached to the monthly videos, people are just clicking on the short and they're not getting to the monthly video. I guess they're not realizing that there's a link below in the short that will take you to the full video, full-length video, not just that little short. So please keep that in mind, okay? Now for your forecast. Hi, Pisces. So there's a new moon in Sagittarius in your 10th house. Okay, that's where you have the sign of Sagittarius, and the sun is here up until the 21st. And Mercury is here all month, and it's retrograde right now, okay, up until the 15th when it turns direct, okay? So, your 10th house is your most public house, right? It's how people view and speak about you publicly. If you were a celebrity, you'd be getting an awful lot of press and attention right now, okay, with the sun and Mercury here at the same time. Plus, this new moon brings a new beginning, okay? 10th house is also basically your career, how you're known to the public for your livelihood, what you do, even if you're retired, okay, what you used to do for a living, right? It's also your house of your personal status, public status, okay, how you're known to the public, whatever. But if you were, recently, let's say, inquired about a position, a new job, or even some kind of, position that would, based on, let's say, like your personality, maybe you were going to be, some kind of, I don't know, an ambassador type person, to the public, like representing some kind of, group or organization, possibly, whatever. So anyways, with Mercury retrograde here, if you didn't hear from them when you first were interested, somebody may get back to you, from like November 25th when Mercury went retrograde up until the 15th of December, okay, about a previous position that you inquired about to see if you're still interested, okay? You may also just hear from somebody you used to work with, or even an old boss, an old higher up or something or other, Again, but a new moon does bring a new beginning in this area. So you may be starting a new position at this time, or just take on like a new public persona in some way or other. Okay, when people talk about you publicly, a lot of times it's on social media. You know, so it could be something like that. Maybe you're popular on social media. Maybe you're popular within a group that you belong to on social media. Something or other, but you're getting an awful lot of attention, which is like really nice. Okay, so Venus is still in like Capricorn, okay, up until the 7th, right? Yeah, the 7th, and your 11th house, okay, where you have the sign of Capricorn. This is like your most sociable house. This is your friends and acquaintances, socializing in person or online. It's any group or organization that you belong to, and also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So with Venus here, you may have had a lot more contact with, your friends, or felt like really going out a lot more, or if you didn't go out, you were online a lot more, socializing. And up until that point, that's what I mean. You may be asked to join some kind of group or head some kind of group, even if it's just like on social media. Now, when the sun moves here on the 21st, things really pick up. I mean, it's usually associated with the holidays, because the 21st is just a few days before like Christmas and then New Year's and whatever. And then there's the second new moon is in Capricorn on the 30th in this 11th house. So all this is like, leading up to whatever. You start out being very public and out there, and you move into being even more like sociable than you normally are. So you could be invited to like quite a lot of things at this time, that like, let's say more than your normal, right? Doesn't mean that you have to go to all of them. I'm just saying, but the new moon here, again, a new moon does bring a new beginning in this area. So there could be something, even celebrating with new friends, not just old friends, making new friends, and maybe even like ringing in the new year with them, or going to a new place that you've been wanting to, check it out, or even like revisiting an old place that you used to hang out at. It doesn't have to be for New Year's. I'm just saying, you're just trying to do something a little different with your social life in a way, trying to mix it up a little bit, wanting to make new friends, or wanting to join a group or organization. And again, this is the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So it could be something that you're, some kind of goal that you're really going after, or deciding to from that new moon. That's like your New Year's resolution or whatever. Okay, so Mars is still in Leo, right? And it turns retrograde on the 6th, where you have Leo in your chart as your 6th house of the workplace, co-workers, the kind of work that you do, your house of health, and your house of service to others. Okay, so, it's like having Mars here to begin with does kind of make, it makes you a little bit more confident, I would have to say, in the workplace. You're not going to, like, put up with maybe your normal everyday crap that you do from your coworkers or your boss or something or whatever. You want to, you want the same thing that everyone else has at work. Maybe you have it, maybe you don't, right? But you're like speaking up. Okay, so with Mars retrograde here, though, things like kind of slow down a little bit. Maybe you made some leeway as far as getting what you want in the workplace, even if it goes to whatever kind of work that you do, you want it done this way or that way, or your schedule even. Maybe you wanted to change your schedule, and maybe you were able to do that. So you were able to make some changes within the workplace, or with your coworkers, or with a boss. And so that just slows down a little bit, that's all. okay? This is also the house of health, and you may find yourself a little bit more energized than you normally are. You know, you may find that, you know, you feel like either more rested or just feel like doing something like running, dancing, walking, whatever to burn off some energy. That's what Mars do. It's an it does. It's an energizing planet. Okay. Now, Venus is in Aquarius from the 7th on. Okay, where you have Aquarius in your chart is your 12th house. Okay, it's directly across from your 6th house of Leo, right? So Venus in the 12th house along with Pluto. Pluto is now fully into Aquarius. Kind of brings out like a secret admirer, okay? And it could be someone in the workplace. We've got the love planets, Venus and Mars, right? Mars and Leo, Venus and Aquarius. Together, you know, I mean, they're directly across from each other. They're forming an opposition. So, you know, you could find out at this time that somebody has the hots for you that you work with, and you could either be turned off by it or turned on by it, whatever. You know, you could either want something like this or be like really like, ugh, you know, making you uncomfortable, okay? But, you know, that's whatever, okay? That's one thing, okay? Also, though, with Venus in the 12th house, and all these planets in your 11th house in Capricorn, like of sociability, you know, you may have met someone and you may be like communicating with them behind the scenes. The 12th house is the house of secrets and confidences and activities behind the scenes by you or someone else, and it's many, many other things, okay? But for now, we're just going to look at this Venus here, and with Pluto here at the same time, though, it does bring about a little bit of an obsessive quality, you know, so you could become obsessed with someone or vice versa. You could find out that somebody is just, again, obsessed with you, okay? So, let's see here. There's a full moon on the 15th in Gemini in your 4th house. Okay, your 4th house of your home and family, your private life, who you live with, if it's a roommate or your family, or if you live alone, whatever. It's also your past, your childhood, and the foundation of how you were raised. Okay, so Jupiter's here. You know, it's retrograde, but Jupiter is a very nice addition to any area of your chart, okay? But it's really nice having it like in your home, okay? It does make you expand in this area. That's what Jupiter does. It's an expansive planet, okay? So, you know, you could be, have been making changes since Jupiter moved here, with your living arrangement or just even physically to your home. Making space possibly for something new, you know, it could be like a side job maybe that you're going to be doing, or just some space that you wanted for yourself, you know. But a full moon is usually there to bring a problem to the surface. You can deal with it and then you'll be done with it. And I think because Jupiter's here, everything goes like really, really well. There are no hard feelings. You know, if you have a roommate that's like a real pain in the ass or something, you know, or they're doing something, or they constantly have people over or whatever, you know, this would be the time to take care of something like that, okay? Also family members or even people from your past, okay? Just dropping in, you know, or just suddenly appearing, people just appearing on your doorstep. You know, like it's like your house is the place to be or something. You can, you know, stop all of this, okay, with no hard feelings. That's all. Okay. Okay, so on the 15th, Mercury does turn direct. Okay. So, also, though, too, with that Mercury in the 10th house, you could be the subject of gossip. Okay, and when it's retrograde, it's confusing gossip. It's like really kind of stupid or funny even, you know, how people get things mixed up, okay? If you remember when you were a little kid, if you ever played that game Gossip, where you would just whisper something to one person, then they would whisper it to the next person and all around, and by the time it got to the last person, it didn't even sound like what the original phrase was or whatever. Okay, that's like for old timers. Okay, if you remember doing something like that. So having Mercury retrograde in the 10th house, I wouldn't be surprised if something like that actually did happen. But now that Mercury's turning direct, everything will like correct itself, or you'll be the one correcting people, or just laughing about whatever it was that was supposed to be, whatever, what was said about you. Okay. So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Pisces on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Virgo, and those dates are the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 30th, and 31st. The best time for money is the 9th, 10th, 11th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for your career is the 1st, 2nd, 27th, 28th, and 29th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. So happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. See ya.